Hi, Leos. This is your reading for the week of May 25th, or when you hear it and it resonates, and it won't be for everybody. What I saw as I was asking for what was going to be the best thing for the collective today, or for who would be tuning in, I saw you in front of a piece of foolscap, and you were drawing columns. Boom, boom. It's almost like a ledger, but it's not specifically for money. It felt like this was you breaking down columns of subjects or areas in your life where you were defining certain things so that you could start making decisions about them. And what it feels to me like is the opposite to that, or what I'm seeing above you doing this, is you with a head full of ideas, but a head full of ideas almost to the point where you don't have any idea. It's like there's too much going on up there to the point where it's almost like white noise. And what I feel is that what you're being suggested, some of you are already doing this, I'm sure, and some of you are probably still in that kind of white noise, what am I doing next kind of thing, which is not the easiest place for a Leo. It's actually much easier for you to have an idea where you're going so you can engage all of that wonderfully fiery energy, passionate energy towards it. But for those of you who've been going through this kind of, oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So I'm being reminded of is something that I read recently, which is when you change your patterns, you're changing your identity, and you can kind of feel lost in that. And I think that's certainly very true from some of the things I've experienced in my life. So because I'm being reminded of that now, what I feel is that this is probably true for you. There are probably things that are changing for you in a way where it's disorienting you a little bit because it doesn't follow along the path of how you have known yourself to be or who you would like yourself to be. And so you're looking at this now, and what they're saying is the more you can actually take these ideas and just pull on a thread of one of those thoughts and turn it into a structured column or a structure, and they're saying write it down, so I'm saying write it down, is you can take that out and you can put it on paper. What happens is it starts clearing the space in your brain so you can start having more intuitive information come in to help sort you with this. But it really is this column, and I'm saying I think it's important because this quality of almost disorientation, white noise in the head, it has a lack of momentum to it because it's just getting caught up in itself. It's not helping you move forward out of something. What I'm being told here is, can you please take a calm focus? And can you allow yourself to not be distracted by what's going on around you? This is now about you. You writing these thank you. You writing these columns down is now your way of getting your priorities in alignment with what you're feeling, what you're really needing to feel, and not according to what you think you should be doing based on all these variables out there. This now is really about you, but not the you that needs to get it done or needs to have something to do in order to feel okay. You're not looking for your next adventure. You're looking inside for what is your truth around any situation in your life. What are your real feelings about it? What do you deeply want? Not what's the first thought that comes to your mind, because that will very often be the protective thought that will come in, the habitual thought that will come in. I'm upset. Well, this is what I do when I'm upset, or this is not what we want. What we want is you looking more deeply than that inside of yourself. So take this time. It's actually maybe a good thing that this kind of white noise has been going on, because it's going to cause you to really look at yourself, deeply look at yourself. What's underneath some of those knee-jerk self-protection behaviors of gotta be busy, gotta do, gotta fix, gotta make something better? What's underneath that for you? What they're saying is break it down. Oh, okay, thank you. So, if there's a situation going on around you that is perhaps disorienting in some way, either there's no space for you to fix it, or it's not your place to do it, or it's beyond your control in all ways. Hold on. That if that is the case, then what you're being shown here Ooh, all of a sudden there was just this blip. Okay, what you're being shown here in this process is that it's important for you to return back to yourself in a way that perhaps you haven't before. That what this helps you uncover is an underlying foundational feeling, belief that you have about yourself and about what you're allowed to do in your world, how you're allowed to use your fiery energy, who you are allowed to be. This is you getting back behind any of the roles that have looked socially acceptable, but were based more on external referencing than internal referencing, deep internal referencing. Some of the internal referencing has been from wounds and protective patterns. So this is really you being able to move beyond that to a much deeper place. But it's almost as though things in your reality had to get to a point of white noise for you to actually say, whoa, time, gentlemen, I must go deeply and really, really search myself. This actually is really good. Calm focus, which means don't be going out rushing there trying to make things happen, and let yourself just do one thing at a time. Don't overload yourself. Let your mind have space, because as your mind has space, you're going to get information. So writing things down in columns, getting it on paper, exploring those areas of your life where there has been a sense of powerlessness, lack of accomplishment, hopelessness, restriction, any of those things, dreams that you haven't lived, that you've let go, any of these columns that you might decide to put down, this is where you get to pull on those filaments of white noise and let it come down into an understanding of yourself in more specific ways so that you can actually then engage that energy in something that is more specific and deeply aligned with your true essence, and not just this magnificent, lovely, bright, charming personality, but even more deeply than that, to your really, truly deep, loving heart. Okay? I'm going to leave you with that, my dears. Much love and take care.